Hey, thanks for tuning into the Apocalypse Soon podcast. If you haven't subscribed yet, we got those links down below wherever you're listening or watching. Check them out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the only podcast recorded in a gentle breeze in the beautiful North Hollywood Park. And here he is. Oh, talk about easy and breezy. The gentle breeze on the slap in the face that society will give you. He's a beautiful man with beautiful ideas. The bitter Buddha himself. It's Pepitone.
Good evening, good morning, good night, checkmate. Good afternoon, checkmate. It is a beautiful day here in North Hollywood Park. There are people people in machines trolling around. There's dogs, there's cats. No cats. Yeah, every once in a while, and hello, everybody. Welcome. I just want to say hello. I'm a little tired today. I did 6 shows in the last 3 or 4 nights, and just been burning the candle, and I'm a bit advanced in age and having trouble with erection. So it's the whole thing is a potpourri, a melange, an amalgam, if you will. Of it's a bloodbath out there. We got assholes out there. We have beautiful people out there. We have people who want to hate. We have people who want to fight. We have a federal government led by just people who want to seize power and destroy. They're destroyers, they're not creators. Yeah. And it's a wild time. It's a wild time to be alive, with all of this totalitarian dictatorship, violence, like the violence that's being perpetrated on minorities, the blatant racism. Oh, I just got an ad from Best Buy. Oh my God, they call it Tech-tober. Now, there is something, right, folks? I'm in the middle of a screed about how people are destroying instead of creating, and we have people who just want to hate. We have people with whistles here. Dog whistles, and the president has been dog whistling, and people are idiots. People are idiots, aren't they? A lot of them are. They fall for all this fucking bullshit. And I understand that their lives suck. Mm-hmm. I understand that a lot of lives suck out there. Don't fucking blame me. I'm a mirth maker.
That's right.
I make mirth.
That's right. You're down in the basement mixing all kinds of life
Metaphorically
history. Speaking,
you are correct.
Oh yeah, you're taking your pain and turning it into joy for others.
Yeah, I am.
And you're great at it.
I have a heaviness on me, not just in the gut, but like there's a heaviness that attaches to me about the goddamn world.
Yeah.
Like I take it on, I take it on. I don't like injustice. I don't like stupidity. I think good comics call out stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to speak
stupidity, man.
Truth to power,
And the people who are in power in this country is so fucking stupid. They're stupid. People say, "Oh, they're not stupid." They're stupid. I'm talking about they're emotionally stupid.
Have you ever tried to really specifically go down a political with your writing for stand up?
Oh, yeah. Well, my stuff. You mean like
as far as like
completely
specifics? Yeah, like things like that.
No, I should do more of that.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if you should, but I definitely think you got to scratch this itch or do something to get the weight off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the
stand up
heaviness.
helps me. Stand up helps me for sure, and that is one of the big ways I do get the weight off. And here's another thing about stand up, and I think most young stand ups and even people who've been doing it for many years don't even realize this. You have to have a point of view.
Yeah.
You have to have a take on things. And I think it has to be pretty consistent. You, in your act, I think what separates the men from boys or the dames from the broads is conviction about what you're saying. And I know a lot of times we're just silly, but underneath that silliness.
Yes.
But I guess I'm talking about really kind of integrating. It's hard. Look, it's really difficult to formulate a coherent point of view because we get bombarded with information.
Absolutely.
And we get bombarded with opinions, and we get bombarded with bullshit facts. Like, we get bombarded with so many untruths, and we get bombarded with people's emotions, and Trump and his minions, this whole evangelical Christian fucking monarchy that is in power, they just lie. They lie as a fucking strategy. I think it was the Chicago or Illinois governor, the Chicago mayor or Illinois governor, were talking about how the Trump strategy is to create chaos.
Yeah.
And then consolidate power, because if you create chaos, then it's like, oh well, the troops have to move in.
Yeah, be specific too. I mean, like what are you seeing that is pointing to that?
Excuse me?
Like, what are you seeing that's pointing to that? Like, what's an event of something that Trump and the oligarchy and the Christians are doing, like, that's creating chaos?
Well, the fact that they're putting federal troops and have this so-called Immigration Custom Enforcement, ICE, and they're nothing more than Nazis, the ICE fucking traitors. They're fucking traitors. They come and they attack their own citizens for money. And they won't be forgotten, And so that's an example that what the specifics are, that this administration is blatantly going after, in a racist way, immigrants, people who work for livings. The great percentage of the people that have been fucking kidnapped, and there's no other word for it. You see these videos every day. They have been kidnapped by the government, essentially. This is like Pinochet's Chile. I know that you don't know much about chili except, a good spicy chili.
Oh, I love a good chili.
I know you love a good chili, but I'm talking about Pinochet's chili, which was a particular brand of chili. It was a chili you could not get on Amazon or Amazon Prime. It was Augusto Pinochet, who was of course put in. Anyway, I'm ranting politically, but I'm really pissed off with what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Well,
from this fucking traitorous regime that we live in, and it didn't come from nowhere. these right-wing evangelical Christian army came from the corporate takeover of this country a long time ago. Now, I know we're out of your depth a little, and we're going to get back to the fart machine in a second.
Thank you.
But you know what I'm saying, man.
That's why I'm kind of asking you for specifics, because
Well, I mean,
do
the
know what you're
specifics
saying.
are exactly is ICE. It's the deployment of troops into Chicago. They're trying to get. By the way, also Trump completely disregards if a judge happens to rule against the scumbag, he just ignores them.
Yeah,
He ignores it.
or he threatens to pull funding from the state.
Well, already, all the institutions that are supposed to protect us, the universities, the media, the Democrats, they don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do it. Harvard, Columbia, they all fucking are on a bended knee trying to appease this guy, and appeasement doesn't work. But what was your week like today in this cauldron? Now, what's interesting is that we live in a cauldron right now of fascism and violence, but it's a beautiful day, and I know you have a beautiful family, and I know you're happy at the Comedy Store. So it's interesting how if you're not someone who is directly affected by this violence, like ICE agents aren't grabbing you, or your family, you can kind of have, and you have a decent life, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. I can't tell you the last time I saw somebody get punched, or I've seen people pushed. I got swung on 4 months ago by
At the Comedy Store?
an under-medicated gentleman that was walking past with a bunch of bags and stuff.
Where?
At the Comedy Store.
What do you mean he was walking past with a bunch of bags? Now you be specific. What the
am
fuck
being
does
specific.
a bunch of bags
He had a
mean?
bunch of bags. He was disheveled.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it. He looked tan, but he didn't seem to be tan. It seemed to be dirt. And,
so the dispossessed,
yes,
homeless, unhoused, uncouth.
He swung on me.
He did?
Yeah, just because
I don't remember you telling
as he was walking by.
Just took a poke at you? Took a poke at you?
Yep. No, I opened up the main room the other day, and it went really well. And that was a blast. That felt fantastic. I had a one-on-one with Rose, the booker at the Comedy Store on Wednesday.
It sounds like, the key, and I think this is true. I think this is true in life in general. The key is to go incrementally, like little by little by little by little.
Yeah.
And staying patient, staying calm, which I've always had a problem doing.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay grateful, constantly grateful while reaching for the next ring, And that isn't, easy to do. I mean, you can juxtapose your life to the horrors of the world, say, thank God it's not me, literally, thank God or thank the universe or the great, dice roll in the sky that I'm not over there. That's a level of gratefulness you can appreciate. I try to, I'm trying to hold on to the things that are right in front of me as much as I can, and put that shit, and everything's always so in my own head. I don't know if you deal with that a lot. Because,
what about?
Just being in your own,
I think everybody does. And I am a prime example of being in my own head. And, it's torturous to be in your own head.
Yeah.
Because it's usually not a good thing, man. I mean, being in your own head means you're not able to open up.
Oh, yeah.
You're tight. When you're in your own head, you're clenched. And I just got an echocardiogram, and he said your heart is clenched.
Really?
I'm kidding. They can't tell that.
Your soul. You're in your head too much.
My friend, you have a clenched heart. Is that good or bad, Doc? No, clenched heart is not good, my friend. So what's the suggested plan of action? Unclench it, my friend. Just like that? That's it?
Just like that.
Just unclench it, let go, let God.
Don't think it too much. No,
don't think it too much.
Because I hear you talking about the atrocities of the world, and
it's right. It's right. The thing is, man, I didn't even mention, because it's all so much the genocide that's perpetrated by the United States and Israel, like just that monstrous. You can't, when you put that violence into the world, when you put that violence and that kind of hate, there's something called blowback. Do you know what blowback is?
I mean,
blowback is... well, first of all, it was the name of a whale that was in captivity. Anyway, but blowback is something that comes back at you because there's always a reaction for every... What do they say? There's always an equal reaction for every...
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
There you go. And,
physics.
So that genocide, that kind of slaughter, the starvation of these little kids, it just divides everybody because they're, revenge. I mean, how can you not want revenge when something like that? I mean, I want revenge if the postman, if my letter carrier, mailman, if you will, forgets to take the outgoing mail. I mean,
absolutely.
I start plotting things. I have a very slim something called rifle head that I got at Gun World over here.
A rifle head?
It's just a very slim thing a slim rifle that fits in any lunchbox or... and by lunchbox, I mean a construction worker's lunchbox.
Okay.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is that I get vengeful for little things, like if someone doesn't, if I say hello to someone and they ignore me, I will plot their death. And I'll be very meticulous about it, and I'll be very, as you like to say, I'll be very specific.
Oh,
I
love it.
I start to take note of what their daily activities are. I start to monitor it. Blah blah blah. I think I'm coming off as a lunatic in this podcast, but.
Apocalypse Soon is sponsored by Chubbies, Eddie. Chubbies had you set with your summer wardrobe, and they're here to move you into fall and winter, too. With staples built for maximum comfort and minimal effort, feel like you just rolled out of bed while looking like $1 million. The Chubbies Performance Polo has 4-way stretch, Eddie, and moisture whipping fabric, with a structured collar that'll stay crisp and sharp all day long. Pair their polo with a pair of Chubbies Everywhere pants, or even their stretch shorts for those warmer fall days. Hey, you remember Chubby's, right?
Yeah, very comfortable clothes.
Oh, yeah. I've seen you out here. You know, Eddie cut his Chubby's shorts even shorter.
I like them when they're short and they show.
Oh, yeah. They show all the goods. Well, not only will you feel good, but you'll look good too. Whether you're layering up for tailgates, lounging through lazy Sundays, or just leaning fully into the comfort, Chubby's has you covered. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving our fans 20% off with the code Eddie at chubbyshorts.com. That's code Eddie at chubbyshorts.com. Support the show and show your thighs some respect with Chubby's.
I'm just blowing off steam. I you know, when I get tired, dude, now I don't know how you do. You're a lot younger than me, but I don't know how you deal with, because I know you get overtired too.
Oh, yeah.
And how do you deal with that stress?
Well,
Because it stresses your nervous system when you're overtired.
yes. Well, last Monday, a week ago today, was one of the most stressful days I've had in
why
a
was
long
that?
time.
I gave you the night off, and I made the podcast last Monday.
Yes. Well,
Because you were like, oh, I'm going to have to get someone to cover. And I was like, don't do that.
yeah, so my foot was so messed up that night, and then I got a headache. So then I ended up calling and being like, hey, I call in the manager and being like, look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to like walk around very well or whatever, so I'm going to get this, covered. So then I asked one of the other door guys to cover me for the whole shift, because I'm like,
Oh, you did?
yeah,
Wind up getting Monday covered.
yes. And then because I couldn't even walk around very well.
You didn't want to come here then.
Yeah, and so Rose had sent out an email saying, hey, show up for the potluck and do spots, so I'm not going to miss that, So I showed up for
You
that.
did?
No, I limped in,
You did
my spot. And
right, because that doesn't take a lot. But
No.
still, you probably should have rested.
Yeah, well,
I'm into like really taking care of oneself when you need to these days, and not being like, well, I'll limp in.
yeah.
I'll limp into the Comedy Store for a potluck spot.
Well, yeah, and then I upset.
I get you that it isn't that difficult, but
Yeah. I upset the guy that covered the spot for me. And then
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I'm leaving. And then so I was all disheveled from that. Then I get home. I can't download the video you sent me for a while. It was still uploading.
oh yeah,
And
that
so
was stressing me out.
I was like, that was bothering me. Meanwhile, I got a horrible headache. My fucking leg's killing me. And
yeah,
I'm
that's the kind of
exhausted.
day that I had that day yesterday.
And so
Without the foot or
I'm
the
sitting
leg.
there with my foot up on my couch, and I'm like this. I lean back in my chair. I'm drinking coffee and taking ibuprofen to try to kill the headache and the pain. And
Drinking coffee, taking ibuprofen. It sounds like a country song. I'm drinking coffee, taking ibuprofen.
well, and then I finished the podcast, and I made I've made the artwork for the background, all that stuff. And then I go back to bed. I'm like, thank you, God, I'm done. And then I go, fuck, I got to make the clip. So then I was like, I'll set my alarm. I'll set my alarm for like.
That was a good clip. The Riyadh clip?
Yeah.
That turned out to, you were right, that got a lot of views.
Yeah, people, the trending stuff.
Yeah.
Is
Where do
a
you
thing.
stand on the Riyadh Comedy Festival?
I mean, Saudi Arabia is an absolute atrocious place for women and anybody that's not in power. Like, women can't drive, they can't show their faces, they get killed for wearing...
No, I think they can go in reverse now.
Oh!
They cannot go forward in a car,
Baby
but they
steps.
can back it up. And so what they if someone needs a car backed up, women can
Yes.
do that. I'm not sure about parallel parking. I think there's a great movement in Saudi Arabia for women to parallel park.
Yeah, I mean, rights, civil rights are a small movement, one at a time.
So what do you think about the comics who went and did it?
I don't know,
We work with them, so it's a really delicate little dance.
There's a lot of
for
there's
us,
a lot of things
because they're
where-
nice.
Saudi Arabia has a lot of bad shit. It has a lot of like the bad parts of Muslim stuff that is affecting women's lives, and it's Sharia law in a lot of that area, which is bad. So to just go and be like, I'm going to entertain these multimillionaires who are kind of supporting this thing, in a very direct way. I think
were they entertaining the multimillionaires, or were they entertaining regular
the
folk?
masses? I don't know. I imagine they must have been entertaining the masses, but I really don't know.
Because the other argument is well, it's good for the citizens, of any country to get exposed to other citizens of other countries.
I do agree with that.
And also how America itself is now become a place where, immigrants are being thrown into vans. There's no due process. We have concentration camps. People's rights. Women get fucked over here too. So
yeah, but it's not part of the law. It's not. It's not.
If these Christian evangelists have their way, you're talking about.
Oh yeah, but
Sharia law.
That's the same.
These fucking
if
cocksuckers over here with their, Pete Hesketh motherfuckers, Steve Miller motherfuckers.
Yeah, but imagine they put a law into place right now that says women have to cover their hair when they're out in public, or they can't leave the house unless they're with their husbands. Or,
right.
I think the woman that got killed in Saudi Arabia.
I think if you've had more than one date with a woman, she should have to leave the house with you. After 2 dates, you don't leave the house unless I'm with you.
That's right.
That's even just dating.
Well, that's even better, though, because in
I'm
Saudi
talking
Arabia,
to you, people on Hinged, or people on Unhinged, or whatever Hinge, people on sliding doors, people on French windows, people on shutters, people on blinds, people on curtains.
But the circular one, I can't. A revolving door. That's the real horny dating app. A revolving.
You're talking about chat roulette, which I used to be a master at. I would be able to chat roulette like a guy who had a PhD in geography, and then just some whore in the bowels of Santa Clarita here in California. You know what I mean?
I do.
I would be able to chat roulette with the guy with the geography doctorate. I'd be like, I think we need to expand our boundaries. Then with the whore, I'd take out my Johnson.
You're all things to all people. That's.
I am what you want me to be.
That's right. I will adapt. I'll adapt to my audience. I do the same thing. One of my favorite adapting to your audience was my kid. My friend had a kid, and he was like, my kid started cussing, and my wife's upset about it. And
your kids started cussing?
No, not mine.
He was saying this. His kids started cussing?
Yeah, and he told his kid, just when it comes to cussing, just know your audience. You don't want to say it to the principal or whatever. But
he sounds like a great parent.
Yeah. He's
Look, you could curse, but curse to the right people.
Exactly.
Okay? Take a page from Eddie Pepitone's book. When he's doing chat roulette, if all of a sudden he sees a dog on the screen, he goes into ass sniffing mode. If he then sees, a carnival barker, he will then pull down his. Eddie knows what to do.
It always seems to be kind of the same actions that you take, though.
Chat roulette is not a big rocket scientist.
It's one thing, or I'm pulling out my Johnson. It's either one thing or that.
Did people even know what chat roulette is? Does that thing happen?
Oh, people know, especially our audience. They know chat roulette.
Especially our audience.
They've been around.
I hope so. I hope to God they do, because chat roulette is when men were men and women were women. It's not like, the genteel dating apps that go on now. It was more like, are you in or you're out?
What
Are you in or out?
are we doing it? Or are we gonna be strangers? Yeah, the revolving door application. What were we talking about right before that?
No idea. Something about we were talking about Sharia law. And what do you think of the comics who did Riyadh? That's
There
what we were
go.
talking
Yeah, Sharia law, bad. Women's rights, good. But like you said, that's why.
Then I started making fun that women can go in reverse. They can back up a car.
Yeah. Well, and in Sharia law,
Like if you want a trucker's license in Saudi Arabia and you're a woman, you have to go across the country backwards.
yes.
So it's harder.
Did you hear they're cracking down on truck drivers in California?
For what?
Apparently, there's a lot of people who didn't qualify for their license driving big rigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, look, if the top of the government is lawless and not adhering to any laws, why should anyone else?
Well,
You know what I mean?
fair enough.
I mean, I know the answer. We don't want society to completely break down. Right?
Yeah, I'd like the guys to conduct,
But that's
when somebody's
wild.
driving a 20-ton vehicle
Yeah, of
down
course.
the highway at 70 miles an hour.
Of course. You know when they jackknife?
Oh, yeah.
Is that when they kind of... What is a
When the
jackknife?
trailer gets
Yeah.
in front of it like spins around, yeah.
Right. Right.
Or when you go to the public pool and you do a jackknife into the pool and you make a big splash and you splash all the girls, on the side. And then you go, I got you, Tammy.
Well, the jackknife tractor trailers have increased since the licensing thing has gone to shit.
Yes. Yeah,
There are jackknives all over our highways now. As a matter of fact, a lot of the highways are impassable because there's so many jackknives because, people don't need a license. But how does that happen? That means the companies who have the trucks don't give a fuck.
Well, it's all entangled with the illegal immigration stuff. So it's truck driving companies taking advantage of people who aren't here legally, so they can basically do whatever the fuck they want with them, and they're kind of disposable people in their eyes.
But I don't buy
they're
that
throwing them
for
under
a second.
They're basically giving people truck driving licenses without going through the.
But it's their trucks. Why would they would want? Why
Not
would
necessarily. Sometimes it's owner operator on the trucks.
Yeah. You seem to know a lot about trucking.
I know a couple of things. I just watched a video on it, and it was
What was your reference to that video?
It was a press release from Forbes.
From Forbes?
Yeah.
They're kind of reputable. I mean,
Well, they just release raw footage of press releases, which I like. There's no commentary or anything.
so much of it is clickbait. Like,
Yeah.
I always fall for the if they say alien spotted in a Walmart, right?
Uh-huh.
That won't get me. But then if they say with big tits, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Alien, you add tits on,
Yes.
and I'm your guy.
Yes.
I'm your...
I mean, you could add tits on anything.
I am the Italian alien, and I have very firm breasts.
Come on in.
Hello.
I did some bit because I'm always trying new shit on Mondays and Sundays.
Good. Now that's a good use of your time.
Yes, and I'm doing. I was doing one about because Sydney Sweeney just released. She's coming out with a new movie where she's unattractive.
Who's Sydney Sweeney?
She's the really hot blonde, blue-eyed blonde with big boobs, and I don't know. She's very
we live
popular.
in L.A., buddy, and that's every other person.
I'd love to make fun of you about this, but I'm not gonna. She's very well known.
Sydney Sweeney. Okay.
Yes.
And so what's the deal with her? She's in a movie where she's playing against type.
Yeah, she's playing an ugly person. And I said, finally.
They asked me to do ugly, and I'm like, no, I will not.
It's hard to.
When you're born with this, you make hay with this.
Exactly. Yeah. Shake what your mama gave you.
Shake what your mama gave you.
Yeah, you got to do it. But yeah, I was trying out that bit, and it kind of just delineated into me just. Who did love great big old tits? And because I was getting little reactions, and I was just, you're just a sucker for laughs, and I was trying. I did the bit a little bit.
We are suckers for laughs, man. We are. We will do anything for a laugh. That's what it comes down to with stand-ups. And as you get better and better, you have to suck less and less dick. Right now, you're at a big dick-sucking phase.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sucking less dick.
Just a little.
Just a little.
No, I like your phase of dick-sucking. I wouldn't mind having a...
Man, I've been having... I have to say that, and this is going to sound like a stupid brag, but hopefully there will be a point to it. I've been having really good sets lately.
Yeah?
The type of sets where I leave, they go, oh, my God. Like the next day, they'll be like, my God, they're still talking about what you did last night. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And I think it's partly, I have to say, being sober. Oh, by the way, we've been getting some weird fucking emails lately. Some hateful. And of course, then we get the loving. Most of it's loving people. But man, if you have negativity, just send it to the Sam Morrell podcast or whatever. Mm-hmm. Send it to Tim Dillon.
There you go.
Don't send it to us. We're loving people.
Yeah.
Everything, when I'm passionately against something, it's because I'm actually better read than you. I'm talking to the hateful people out there. I am better than you. You understand that? Okay? And I don't mean that in a hateful way. I mean that I'm more enlightened than you. You are bullied by your upbringing. You are bullied by the media. You don't read the right people like I do. And so I already have the gut disease. So don't make it worse with your fucking shitty emails. And you know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, the guy that doesn't like it but watches every episode.
Yeah, fucking fucknucks.
Knock it off. That's almost perfect I had an idea for a sketch we could do. It was literally, in your ironic, kind of way, I thought of the idea would be called Keeping It Light. or Lighten Up with Eddie Pepitone.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, lighten up is good. Lightning is good, and that's, that's what comics do. But, there's a heaviness in the world right now. But what I wanted to say, I didn't finish this point.
Please.
But lightening up, what do you mean with that? Let me have you finish that thought. What do you mean a lightening up segment?
Like, it would be you encouraging people to lighten up a little bit. Adding in all of, all of you into that, with the even those and the, I was in my car giggling to myself thinking about, you go, lighten up, even though,
lighten up, even though it comes from a place of bellicosity or if bellicosity is a word. I'm reading this novel by a guy who I think he's still a Los Angelino, a guy named John Tottenham, and it's called Service. And he's written a book about a guy who works in a bookstore and about all the fucking assholes.
Oh God,
he has to deal with.
I love that.
It's like a used bookstore, and like a hip bookstore, and he deals with all these Echo Park fucking douchebags.
No thanks. Yeah, that sounds horrible. I would love to read that.
Service by John Tottenham. That's a recommendation. I'm about halfway through. It depresses me a little because he talks about... it's a little bit depressing for sure. But isn't life? Isn't life?
It is. It can be.
It can be. That's why I chew Big Red chewing gum. Life can be depressing. Sure, you got fascism, you got people being thrown in vans, you got a genocide happening, but you know what else you got? You got Big Red chewing gum. Big Red chewing gum for when you think you may off yourself. Big Red. Buy it. Because what else are you going to do? Make a difference? How? Nobody's organized.
Buy Big Red.
Buy Big Red.
With every stick of Big Red gum, we'll send a quarter of a penny across the ocean.
For every Big Red stick you buy, we'll have a little child skim a rock on a lake. Big Red.
Hi, I'm Timmy from Big Red. I sure love skipping rocks, but they're just not enough.
Welcome to I Am Better Than You. My name is Frank Johnson, and I read the right people, and I have suffered more than you. You are nothing but surface, knee-jerk reaction morons who are in a cult. Me, I am nuanced, and I enjoy the gym and Big Red. Big Red chewing gum.
Have all the right opinions with Big Red.
You want to be better than someone else? You want to read the right people? Have a Big Red. Big Red.
That reminds me of that big... there's a sign in the movie Idiocracy.
I was going to watch Idiocracy the other night.
It's so good. Yeah, it's just a sign, and it's like an animated sign of a big buff old guy smoking his cigarette, and it says, Tarleton's, fuck you.
I got to revisit that.
It's so funny.
Even though Mike Judge can suck my cock. And the reason I say that, Mike, is because you've never used me, and I'm obviously simpatico to what you do. I think you've turned right-wing, probably because you have a lot of money, but you've done some great things, Idiocracy being one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that movie.
It foresaw a lot of it. I mean, we were in Idiocracy before, and now, man, do you think there's going to be a civil war?
If you do, chew Big Red. Hey, this civil war ain't going to be fun. So after you've bayoneted a couple of people in front of your house, chew on a Big Red. Get the blood out. Big Red.
Get the stain and the silver and the copper taste of your enemy's blood out of your mouth with a stick of Big Red.
Big Red. Big Red.
Chew it up with vitriol.
Big Red.
I don't think there'll be a civil war. I think we got a ways to go before that happens.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I think we're on the verge. I think the Charlie Kirk murder was very close, was a tinder, and of course it's being used by Trump, and those fucking idiots to stoke, hate.
It bothers the hell out of me. Just people being disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Just disrespectful and disgusting to a human being. It's just like...
Yeah.
And it very much seems like just to get a rise out of people. Because, again, what is the function of that? Of going and pissing on someone's memorial flowers or whatever? Like, what is the function of that?
Well, it depends on how badly you have to go.
Yeah, that is true. The function could be relief. And I imagine the function
Are
is
you
relief
incontinent?
emotionally.
Are you near memorial flowers? Do you have to go? Well,
No, what are you referencing there, the memorial flowers?
There's a bunch of people that, there was candle vigils and all kinds of stuff. And I'm sure
Candle
everybody's
vigils?
gonna hate my guts for seeing the fact that it'd be bad to, like, yell at a funeral. But
Why would they hate your guts?
Because people are very emotional, very, very upset about Charlie Kirk and think that he's a Nazi and all this stuff. And,
Right.
And, they're just feed into a different version of propaganda. I just see disgust. It just disgusts me all across the whole thing. It grosses me out. But
well, you're not being very specific. And you called me out on specifics before.
Well,
and
I saw a video of at a college campus of people swinging it. People that were memorializing. I've seen, like I said, pissing on it. I've seen the videos of people giggling and laughing and things like that. It's just gross. It's just gross to me. I don't like it.
They were pro or anti?
They were anti-Charlie Kirk. They were happy he's dead. They're excited. They think it's great.
Oh, I see.
Because he's evil and he was spreading hatred or whatever they think. So then he deserves death, in some people's minds or whatever. So then somebody else being affected in the other way, somebody just can't imagine what that might be like. So then they go by and they call them Nazis
that's the
and
polarization of hate.
Yeah, exactly.
Hate begets hate.
Yeah.
So you have to break that cycle with love. And I'm here to break the cycle of hate, with love. I think when people see me, the first thing they think of is, number one, they want to fuck me. Number two, they just want a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And number three, they'd like to borrow money.
and the cycle of love begins.
All over again.
Borrowing money, hugging, and fucking.
Borrow money, hugging,
It's the
fucking.
cycle of love.
Hey, welcome to the cruise ship. We're sailing to Honolulu. I know you wanna fuck me and borrow money. I know you wanna hug after a fuck, but we're on a cruise ship and there's buffets every hour. So, if you need money, if you need a hug, if you need a fuck, just come on down to the Lido deck and I'll be there in short shorts.
And fully erect.
It's a great day here in the park. We're speaking of hatred, revenge, and of course the new custard that is sweeping the nation. With all the hate and revenge that is in our country, the one thing that people can unite on is this beautiful custard that has come out. It's a creme brulee flavor. It's made by Monsanto. And, some of the chemicals in the creme brulee may or may not give you autism.
A lot of you are on the razor's edge of an opinion about the Charlie Kirk assassination. Find a little middle ground with middle ground gelato.
Everyone
Middle
can
ground
agree.
gelato is not only for women. Middle ground gelato is for men, boys, and everybody who owns a tricycle.
Sit down with your MAGA hat wearing father and have a bowl of middle ground.
Middle ground is for the leftists and the rightists.
I think we need to have more taxes to support the underprivileged.
And he thinks there should be no government at all. But we
I
both
think there should
this
be-
is delicious.
I think that pistachio middle ground is better than taxes and killing.
Pick up your middle ground gelato today, right next to Stabbin' World.
Also, if you can help us plant a tree, that would be nice. The tree planting session is going on Tuesdays after 9 p.m. No young ones allowed. They should be in bed. But also don't leave your young ones alone or they will be killed, as you know. So come plant a tree, eat some middle ground gelato,
and enjoy your life.
And enjoy your life is the biggest message we can give to you. Enjoy your life and don't leave your children alone after 9.
Put down your phones and pick up a spoon for middle ground gelato.
Put down your phones. Put down your phones and make love.
More people are making love with their phones on. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
What are we up to, by the
Oh,
way?
we're good. We're beyond.
good.
We're feeling good. We
I
can
think
wrap
we
her
covered.
up.
I think we covered it.
Oh, we're like a king size mattress cover on a twin right now because we're covered. Thanks for stopping by the old Apocalypse Soon podcast, folks. If you like this podcast,
No more shitty emails.
Yeah, no more shitty emails. But if you want to send us a nice, sweet email or something to help us, just mosey on through the miserable soup that is existence, send emails to eddiepeppodcast@gmail.com.
The miserable soup that is existence.
Click on Patreon if you want more down there, and make sure you subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Go over to eddiepepitone.com, and you can find out when he's coming to your neck of the woods. And that's about it.
Thank you for watching and listening, or both, to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with nary an upside.